Hello and welcome back to Factorio. And in the last episode we set up automation of a lot of the basic stuff, like inserters, assembly machines, turrets. We put up a perimeter around, and that's the red circles dotted around, as you can see here. At this point we are on a last bit of red science. We are going to have to get to green science, logistic science packs at this point, which is a bit more difficult. It's not super difficult. It's transport belt and inserter. It's a bit more machines than red science, but it's not more difficult really. But we're going to have to set that up. I might move things around at this point if we are going to do that, to get more space and getting it a tiny bit more neat looking and make it fit. Probably mostly because it's not going to fit, or I might just cram it in some way. That's also an option. But we're going to clear this out because we do want a bit more space when it comes to defending our stuff. And tree chopping is as exciting as you could imagine it. Not at all. And there's a lot of trees. Now, this isn't the most trees I have seen. But yeah, there's a massive forest. As you can see, there's a lot of trees. I'm not going to be chopping all the trees, not by hand at least. When we get robots, these trees will see their last days. As the developers of this game said, trees are enemies. So, we are going to kill all the trees. But we're going to move this first, before we do anything. There. And then we're going to take this one and put it down there. There we go. A bit more breathing space. So yeah, we do need, might actually want more electronic circuits. I might want to start, I might want to start working on the bus or something like a bus. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's have the science flowing. Probably what I'm going to do is this. Whoops. Let's put them in. There we go. Now, we want to make green science. And green science need transport belt and inserters. Now, if you remember in the last episode, we put up this. Inserters needs electronic circuits and iron gear wheels and iron plates. So inserters needs three things, and belts needs 2. One of those things are the same, which is produced in an assembly machine. one of the things is just a raw resource, which is iron plates, but iron gear wheels is used in both transport and inserters. But inserters needs these green circuits as well. Now, I'm calling it green circuits because they are green. There are other circuits which are different colors and they are called different things, but I'm a simple person, so I'm referring to them by the color. But we do need to produce some things here. Probably not. We need inserters. Now, inserters will be needed for both of these. And probably what I'm going to do is something like this. Going to put it like over here. And then over here we are going to do this. Inserters and belts. And both of them needs iron gear wheels, which will be made in its own. Hope you can't hear that. If you can, I'm terribly sorry about the screaming. Nothing really I can do about it, but we need iron gear wheels to both of them, but then we also need iron plates to both of them. So what we are going to do, we are going to not handcraft anything, but go and pick stuff up like that. Here we go, like that. And then we need circuits, which probably the best thing is to produce on the side here, like this, just moving resources over and doing a very basic setup like I did here. Probably going to do a bit of splitting to get only iron. Output priority. Iron. And yeah, this will have copper, but whatever. We're just going to make iron flow at this point. No, 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 don't pocket craft, go pick up a stack instead. There we go. And as you can see now, we don't have any research we can do. So if we want to keep on researching, we have to get this up and running. What I'm going to do to make this a bit more efficient is I'm going to do this to get more space. Is this. Just supply this enough. You actually need a bit more cable. Not necessarily a ton more, but slightly more. Because you produce 2 cable, but these need 3 each, and they produce the same amount of time. So the third one makes it so you input that slightly more than it which it needs. Now this is way overkill for what we are doing here. I'm going to do this to get on both sides. There we go, and boom. Now we need we need iron. We need to get the iron over here. What I'm going to do is this as well, so we get it on both sides. Now, this isn't really efficient, but it's... And here you can start to see the madness of things, where it gets messy. Real messy. Boom, there we go, and no, actually quicker to craft these than just to pick them up. So there we go, and input, and boom. This, right, we do need to do this. You know what? No, wrong one, wrong. There we go. There we go. Increase the production of iron gear wheels. You need 2 plates per gear. So, and the normal inserters are so slow. We could set up fast inserters. Maybe I should. I do need electronic circuits for those. Yeah, once this is backed up, gears will get down to here. Maybe I should do the fast one. And I probably won't need to do this. There we go. There we go. And it's producing logistic science packs. They are a bit slower than red science, the green science, but you don't need a perfect ratio. You can fix that later if you want to. So, what do we want now? If we look, we could go for a inventory expansion, but I would probably say at this point we want engine units, because that leads to railway, which means trains. I love trains, so we are going to take that. Then we do want a better furnace, and steel furnace is something we do want, so we are going to take that. Landfill, as the name suggests, fills the land, or rather fills up water with land, replaces water tiles with land tiles. So anywhere there's water and you have landfill, you can fill up the land, fill up the areas with water and replace it to be walkable, because you can't walk where there's water. We could do automation 2 to get the assembly machine 2. That might be a good one. I'm going to take the electric energy distribution 1, because that means we get new electric poles, which are way better. Then solar energy, there's no point. I'm going to take military 2 only because of grenades, and you will see why when I create them. So we're going to take that one. Then after that, I think actually automation 2 is a good one. Circuit network isn't something you have to do. It's if you want to make, basically if you want to program things to do specific things, this is the tech for you. Now, I'm not a circuit network kind of guy, but some things I will use the circuit network for, because it's either the only way or the best way to do it, and some things makes it very easier to manage if you use the circuit network. So yeah, I will use it in certain cases, but I won't go wild and super deep into it, because yeah, it's going to take up way too much time and effort, and then we're going to take a bit more inventory space, and yeah, sure, landfill, whatever. We are producing slowly but surely certain things. We have 24 gun turrets. That's good. Good. Right, we have that. We have them there on the quick bar. Now, we don't actually need that much more. What we need to do is make steel. Now, steel is made, look here, by putting 5 iron plates into a furnace. So if we take a stone furnace, just to demonstrate, and puts if I open up, if I click on them, I have them in my hand, as the icon here suggests where they are. So they are in my hand. I mouse over into here where there's the resource input, and right click. I will drop one into here. And if I do that until it gets to 5, it starts making steel. Steel takes a bit of time. It takes quite a lot of resources to make steel. And you can make a setup like I have here for iron and copper, similarly as these two for steel. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to siphon off the iron here to go back up into a new column. I want to take the raw iron, make it into plates, and then steel, and then have only steel plates being as an output. Now I have, let's see here, where do we have that blueprint? I'm going to show you. I think it's this one, right? Yeah, here we have the monstrosity, which is a steel smelting setup. If we flip it around to be the same way around. Yeah. What this... I'm going to just put it down to showcase. What happens is coal gets delivered in the same way as we have here. And then we have iron ore coming in as we have here on the top. It gets delivered out into the most outer part of the blueprint here, and like in these there will be iron ore. So the first outermost row, there will be iron plates made. The plates then gets put into the next row of the inner part of the blueprint, which then, by picking up from the right belt in the middle, taking the coal here into the furnaces to fuel them, the iron from the outer part gets put into the inner furnaces to make steel, which gets put on the left belt here, and out it goes to wherever you then snake it around your factory. Now, this is a very, very, very good setup. This is what I want. So, what I'm going to do is, first off, delete this, and I'm going to try to build it. I might use the blueprint. If we take this, if we take a look, we can't use the power poles. Like, we can't use these small power poles. We need the medium ones. So we're gonna have to wait for electric energy distribution to actually power it, but it's probably going to take a while before we can get it all done. But as I said, I'm going to try to build it and show you how to build it. Of course, I'm going to use a reference here because, yeah, I'm not the one who came up with it. I'm not sure who did it, but it's a very neat setup. I'm going to use it because I don't want to have to make a two-stage smelting, because that's what you could do. you could do, going to just quickly showcase how you could do it. I'm not going to put down any splitters, but you have your input for fuel and raw resource, and then you output plates here. So you have plates coming out here on this belt. Now you could do a second one like this. And what you could do is actually something like this, where I'm going to copy this. No, that's not the copy, that's the different one. Jeez. What you could do is something like this. And then I have coal coming in from the bottom again. And then, of course, you have a splitter here, like this. And of course, there. And then have like this. Not like this. This one was actually correct. What was wrong was over here. There we go. And here's the thing. You could then over here makes iron plates, which then goes down this belt, which then comes here, which is mixed with coal from the bottom splitter. And then you had coal and iron plates, which then get fed into these. The coal fuels them. The iron plates gets turned into steel, which then goes out here. So you could do this kind of like staging, where you have stage 1 and stage 2, and that's basically what that blueprint is. But it's a much tighter area. It uses a smaller footprint, but since you have a basically infinite map to play on, it's whatever you find to be useful or easy to build. Whatever you can come up with is, as long as it functions as you want it to, it's good enough. I would say it's good enough then. Let's see. How wide is it? It's quite wide. Let's see, is it? How far off is it? Okay. I wasn't expecting to be spot on, but okay. And I wasn't even expecting that to be spot on, so I measure, yay! The benefit of building this is so you don't have to this makes it easier to keep track of where you have, like, what is what, because this is the only thing probably you will have of this size. Not going to be anything there. This, however, will be here. Yeah, it's probably the only thing which will be this large, so... Not a waste. I would probably say it's the least wasteful build that I'm going to do. And yeah, we are going to have to cut this here. Oh, I see. I'm gonna have to, if I want to run this, I need more coal. I haven't put up... Yeah, I probably should make an electric mining drill assembly machine, but I haven't, so that's that. Here we go. Bit of belt. There we go. But with that, we are, for the time being, safe. We are coming around to getting red and green. Green is a bit slow, it could be faster, but yeah, I don't see the benefit of speeding it up at this point, really. So I'm probably not going to make more of it just yet. I will make more, I will expand it, because it will get increasingly more time consuming the more tech and further along the tech tree you get, so I will be expanding the science. We are going to have to rip all of this apart and make it again and move it, and yeah, but for the time being, I think this is fine. We are getting tech slowly but surely. We are... Maybe next episode we will have steel up and running. Depends on... I will need a lot of stone furnaces, but so maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Can't reach. Okay. Probably should make more of these. Of the stone. I'm gonna need to make stone bricks as well, so a small area where I make stone bricks would be a good thing. Probably just on the stone. Or something. Whatever. We are safe. We are getting along with the tech and the production and so on. We are going to have to make more tech and more production in the next episode, because this episode is overdue with 4 minutes again. So, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.